Okay, welcome back. Good evening, everyone. This is the public hearing of the Baltimore County Council. Will now come to order. We are also providing a virtual link to this public hearing via WebEx to give persons an opportunity to connect to the meeting and provide testimony. I think all our speakers are virtual actually tonight. We are holding this public hearing pursuant to Section 708 of the county charter to hear public comments on the proposed county budget for fiscal year 2026. The budget is available for inspection on the Office of Budget and Finance page of the county's website. We are also holding this hearing pursuant to Section 11-1-102 of the County Code in order to hear comments with respect to Bill 2725 to levy and impose a property tax for the taxable year beginning July 1, 2025, to fix the rate of county taxation for such taxable year at $1.10 on each $100 of assessed valuation. The county budget and property tax rate are tentatively scheduled for adoption at 3 p.m. on Thursday, May 22nd, 2025. The rules of procedure for tonight's public hearing are as follows. Anyone wishing to speak either virtually or in person should have registered online using the speaker registration form on the council's virtual sessions and hearings webpage prior to the meeting. Each registered speaker will be permitted up to 3 minutes to speak. Ms. Belcastro, are there any speakers this evening? I know we have them.
Yes, we have a couple speakers, and the first speaker is Stephen Palmer. Mr. Palmer, you are on as a panelist. You may begin your testimony.
Welcome, Mr. Palmer.
Hello, how's it going? Thanks so much for having me.
Absolutely.
Apologies, I'll put my fancy background up. My name is Stephen Palmer. I appreciate you giving me the opportunity to testify. I'm the Director of Public Policy at the Housing Association of Nonprofit Developers, or HAND. We are a nonprofit membership association for folks working in the affordable housing industry in the greater capital region, which goes from greater Baltimore to greater DC to greater Richmond. We have affordable housing developers and lenders and architects, contractors, syndicators, et cetera. All the people have a hand, so to speak, in producing and protecting and preserving affordable housing in the region. I'm here to provide a little bit of housing context to the council's consideration of the budget from HAND's Housing Indicator Tool, or the HIT. The HIT is developed in collaboration with the Urban Institute, and it provides a comprehensive assessment of the affordable housing landscape in the capital region. The HIT offers insights into regional and local progress against local household growth projections, which we hope empowers stakeholders to pivot strategies and increase the housing supply for a more equitable region. And we're thankful, as always, to Baltimore County for its participation in our annual HIT survey. I'm here mostly to say that the need for housing and affordable housing in Baltimore County is pronounced, with 52% of renters having unaffordable housing costs. HAND applauds the additional $3 million put towards the Housing Opportunities Fund and the $750,000 allocated to the West Baltimore County Redevelopment Authority, especially given the economic difficulties facing the region today. I do want to emphasize the need for more housing and a more affordable housing in the county. However, an estimated 1,739 units are needed annually to meet the future housing demand in the county. However, in 2022 and 2023, Baltimore County built a total of just 1,383 total units. HAND encourages the county to continue to push for the development of more housing and affordable housing. Along with proper funding, it's critical that the county continue to develop its housing toolkit to produce, preserve, and protect more affordable housing. If you'd like, the HIT offers a list of possible tools that you can use to advance affordable housing, and I recommend that the county and the council consider creating a housing trust fund with a dedicated local revenue source, implementing an inclusionary housing policy, funding local tenant-based rental subsidies or vouchers to provide deeply affordable housing, implementing a right of first refusal policy, and or improving zoning to allow for more by right affordable housing where it's most needed. And listen, HAND recognizes that change is difficult, and we are always happy to continue to partner with Baltimore County to figure out new and innovative ways to meet the housing needs of the region. This partnership could look like a lot of different things, but often it means providing stakeholders with a demonstration of the housing indicator tool, showing the need in the region and Baltimore County specifically, educating community groups about the need for affordable housing, and making it easier to bring affordable housing where it's most needed, and convening our broad membership to provide expertise on the best policies and practices needed to make Baltimore County more affordable. We look forward to continued collaboration over the coming months, and thank you so much for allowing me to testify.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Palmer. Any questions for Mr. Palmer? None? Okay, thank you, sir. Good having you here tonight. Next speaker, Ms. Belcastro.
Our next speaker is Jennifer Coons.
Ms. Coons, welcome.
Yes, thank you so much. Jennifer Kunze here with Clean Water Action. We're an environmental group that works for clean water, clean air, and healthy communities. And in Maryland, we have a big focus on solid waste management, trash incineration, and moving Maryland governments towards a zero waste goal. And I'm here to share some thoughts about the solid waste management budget, especially as it connects to the county's contract with the Bresco trash incinerator. Trash hauled from Baltimore City accounts for nearly half of the total waste burned at the Bresco trash incinerator in Baltimore City, 44%. And burning that trash in the city contributes significantly to air pollution, causing heart disease, lung disease, and cancer in both Baltimore City and Baltimore County. A report by the Chesapeake Bay Foundation a couple of years ago said that the health costs from the incinerator are $55 million annually across our region. And just this week, a report card that the American Lung Association issued gave Baltimore County an F for the amount of ozone smog. And the incinerator is a big part of that. And there's a critical opportunity for change coming up. In 2020, the county signed a contract to send at least 215,000 tons of waste each year to the incinerator, and that contract ends in October 2026. The county has a choice then of whether to continue incinerating that much trash or incinerate less trash or stop incinerating trash entirely. Or that's a choice that might be made for the county if the incinerator closes for any reason over the next couple of years. So the question is, does this budget do enough to prepare the county to stop incinerating its waste by building up the more sustainable alternatives? That looks like programming to promote reusable materials and reduce single-use plastics, programming to reduce and rescue wasted food, especially in schools, which has a big bang for your buck. Hauling contract changes so that we can be collecting food waste along with yard waste for composting, capital investments in composting and recycling and construction and demolition material facilities. All of these are really valuable investments to be making for this transition and better for the economy. Composting employs 2 times more workers than landfilling per ton of waste managed and 4 times more workers than incineration per ton of waste. And on per capital investment basis, for every $10 million invested, composting facilities support twice as many jobs as landfills and 17 times more jobs than incinerators. So with just 1 year and a little bit to go before this really critical decision point, I hope the council is going to take a really close look at the recycling and composting investments that this budget could be making for the county. When the county is going to make that decision about whether or not to continue incinerating its trash in a little over a year, to have already made the budgeting decisions that support ending that contract with Bresco. Thanks.
Thank you, Ms. Kunze. Councilman Patoka?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Ms. Coons, thank you so much for your comments. Your points are well taken for me. And I thought I read somewhere that the Wheelabrator facility is the 9th worst polluter incineration facility in the country. Did I read that correctly? Have you seen that anywhere?
I would need to do some digging, but I can look that up and send you a citation on that. I do know it's one of the oldest incinerators in the country. It was built in the 80s. It's older than me, so it's definitely a dinosaur.
Well, Ms. Coons, it may be older than you, but it's not older than me.
Yep.
But I think I did read that, and I do think that you're on the right track. We had a meeting earlier in our work session where we talked about plastic bag pollution, and we need to change behavior. And we were successful in changing behavior in terms of the way people that shop in Baltimore County go to the supermarket, they're generally bringing their own bags now. Not everybody, but considerable. We passed it 2 years ago, and so there's been considerable change since, in my observation, is that the majority of people are bringing their own bags. And I think similarly, on a broader scale, we do need to look at composting. We do need to look at a robust recycling effort. And although I think the county does a good job right now, just, you know, if we can ramp up things, then we're going to have a longer landfill life if we can not have such dependence on incineration. I think that's headed in the right directions. And all the points you made, you know, you hit a soft spot in my heart with some of the sentiment that you have.
Well, thanks so much. Yeah, and that's great momentum to be building on.
Thank you.
Ms. Kunze, I'd like to add, and this is certainly not an attack at all, but one of the things we are seeing in Baltimore County, we have a recycling facility, and apparently it is, we send enough recycling material there that that's all they can handle. But one of the things that I see in some of my inner Beltway neighborhoods is that we have entire neighborhoods who just don't recycle at all. Like, they don't even attempt to recycle. In fact, some of these residents, it's tough for them to even put a trash bag in a trash can, much less save it, you know, put a can in and it drives me crazy because I live in a house where I'm ridiculous with recycling. So I don't, you know, one of the questions I have is we need solutions for pieces of our populace, and 40% of our county is in some symptom of poverty. That doesn't mean that they can't recycle at all, but for some reason we have a lot of people that just refuse to, you know, want to help in any way. And I don't know what we do about that, because it's concerning to me that I have whole neighborhoods where, you know, maybe out of an entire neighborhood, 15% of the people actually attempt to recycle.
Well, it's budget season, so maybe that could be a conversation with the department about more funding for educational outreach opportunities.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks very much.
Okay. Thanks for being here tonight. Do we have anybody else who wants to speak? Like we
I
could
was
produce some speak. Oh, I'm sorry, Councilman Jones.
No, I was going to talk about Wheelabrator for a minute. I took a tour of Wheelabrator. What I found so interesting was that they sell the steam that they produce. They sell it like a commodity and pipe it into boilers into downtown Baltimore. That I did not know.
Well, that's a good side effect.
Mm-hmm.
Any other items? Anyone in the audience who wants to say something?
Yes, that concludes the registered
Yes,
speakers
sir.
for this evening.
What's that? So this is a budget hearing. It's in the budget? Do you want to, I mean, you're here. Do you want to come up and say a few words?
Right to that.
Do you need, good. Yeah. There's a button on the mic. Just hit the button and then we can, everyone can hear you.
My name is Christopher Schaefer. I'm with the Baltimore County Skateboard Council. I'm the vice president of it. We've been working for 7, 8 years or something like that, I think, with David Marks and with other people from the county. And we recently had the Hazelwood Skate Park built in Rosedale, state-of-the-art skate facility that's there. I myself am a resident of Perry Hall. I have been living there for about 20 years, and I would really like to see a skate park get built in Perry Hall. Something on the Gerst Road Park would be great. There's a 22-acre park that's right there. And what I would really like to see is what's called a pump track, which is a cement track that can be ridden with bikes and scooters and skateboards. And it's something of all ages and all experience levels can ride. I've traveled the country pretty extensively and have been able to ride lots of these parks all over the country, and they're just so much fun, and it's great exercise. It's just, I can't say enough about them. It's just a really great way to spend some time with your kids and with other people, and so that's what I was hoping to do. I've been involved with the Gerst Road Park for quite a while, since we were pulling down fences and getting poison ivy and just trying to see about turning that into something very special. It's something that's about a mile from my house, and it would be nice to have something closer to home that we could go and use. I would love to go and use it with my kids. My kids all skateboard, as well as lots of other friends do. And so that's what I was stopping in here for tonight, was to see about, you know, what the status of the park was going to be and what that was going to look like, because they're the other side of the road. The houses are, it's been under construction, and now it's time, I guess, soon to build a park over there. So that's what I was here for.
Councilman Patoka had something too. You want to go first?
Chris, thank you for coming. You're absolutely correct. You were one of the volunteers who, along with the White Marsh Recreation Council and the Glenside Farm Community, helped remove the debris from the Bierman property. Thank you for your work on that. And I'm happy we were able to get the Hazelwood Park moving. Thank you for your help. It's awesome. With that. My understanding, and Mr. Reed may be able to correct me, but my understanding is they're funding in the budget to basically advance this park, hopefully complete it. You know, we've been talking about the designs for a number of years. I don't think a final concept has been agreed upon, but my goal is to have that thing built and open within the next 2 years. Because you're right that the project, the housing project across the street is under construction, so it would time very well. Yeah. Thank you for all you've done.
Where is it in the planning right now?
My understanding is they're finalizing the concepts, and then they'll have to go to design and engineering and then construction.
When does that happen, or when is there a meeting? That's what I thought tonight was about.
Yeah. I mean, I'm glad you came. Anyone can talk about anything that's in the budget, and this is in the budget.
Sure.
They had a community meeting around December 20th last year.
Right.
But nothing since then. So,
What is the budget for the park?
the budget for the park?
Well, is there a budget for the park?
Mr. Reed, I mean, do you want to?
Yeah.
It's $4 million. It's $4 million to construct the park.
That would be available after, with council approval after July 1 into the capital budget.
Right.
What are the ideas on the table so far?
So far, it's mainly passive uses, a trail, leaving a lot of it undisturbed, parking lot. I think what you're talking about is a relatively small part of the park, right?
Sure, it doesn't have to be huge.
Right.
If it's built intelligently. Mm-hmm. When I talk to my kids about a passive park being built there, they're not that excited about that.
Right. I mean,
That's the thing, is it's like, you know, that in that area, there's Honeygo, and there's a lot of parks and a lot of fields and everything like that, but there isn't really anything. There's nothing that's like that. And even Hazelwood is 20 minutes away still to get down to there, and Lansdowne's a half an hour. There isn't anything that's really that close.
Right. I mean, I think, and you know this, the neighbors don't want a smaller version of Honeygo Park, I don't think.
No.
But yeah, I agree. I mean, there's a good balance here, right? You can have something that's
a big piece of land.
Down.
Right.
It's 22 acres. Yeah.
Right. It's a lot of space.
So thank you. No, this is a hearing for people to talk about the budget, and you're welcome to provide your input. And thank you for
What are the next steps?
The next steps, I think, would be to finalize a design and then to have a public hearing on that. And then it moves on to the bureaucracy to get it built, right, Mr. Reed?
That's correct. Yeah. Planning at Rec and Parks would begin that process with the community after the funding is approved.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you for all you've done.
Councilman.
Mr. Schaefer?
Yes, sir.
In your travels around the country, have you ever been to Venice, California?
Many times.
So they have I think one of the best skateboard parks in the country.
It's something else.
Can you get in with those guys?
Yes, I can.
Oh, wow. Now, that's saying something, Mr. Schaefer, because those guys, they're like pros going in.
There's a lot of talented skaters that live in this area.
And you
If you
go in
dig-
there with them.
I do.
You get in that bowl with them?
I do.
Wow, good
Still
on
love
you.
it.
How's Hazelwood been?
Hazelwood's been great. Everyone loves it.
I mean, it doesn't seem to be, I mean, every time I pass it, it seems to have a good
Yeah,
amount.
we're actually working on the first day of summer is Go Skateboarding Day, and we're gonna have a big festival there from 12 to 6 with live music and DJs. We've been working with the county on getting the stage there and everything
On
like
June
that.
21st?
June 21st. It's a international big day for skateboarding, so the park will definitely be turned out for that.
Great. Yes, Councilman Mark.
Chris, can you get me a concept of what you're talking about?
Absolutely. Yeah,
I'll make sure Mr. Smith gets that.
They're just so much fun, and I like all the ones when I go to them. I just see kids of all ages and adults skating with them, and it doesn't have to be another Hazelwood. Hazelwood has a whole, is a pretty massive park. It doesn't have to be something like that. I understand the balance with the neighborhood and everything like that. It could just be something really, really fun that could be local.
Intergenerational, right?
It's amazing when you see it, really, when you see people of all ages, see
Director
little
Smith
kids
is the
out
one who's
there, and I'm in my 50s and still doing it, and
My 50s.
there's guys older than me that are doing it.
What's that?
I said there's guys older than me too,
Yeah.
especially with the 55 and older community going across the street. It's still going to be an active place. Who knows?
All these people grew up in the 70s and 80s. So, yeah.
You have to get Councilman Marks to go with you to Venice one day and have him dip in there with you.
That would be a great trip.
I was never that good. Reach for the beach, right?
When we opened the Hazelwood skate park, some of the skaters that came that day were incredible. We had a guy on a bike who was doing jumps out of the swimming
That was a
pool.
good day. That was a
pretty
great grand
cool.
opening.
It was fun.
And thank you for that. That park has been very well received. It's the first new park built in a long time. And we're speaking with the county as well about reimagining Cockeysville Skate Park, because that park is now over 20 years old,
Yeah,
and it's
absolutely.
it's kind of hurting.
Yep, absolutely. Director Smith is online. Did he want to say anything or no? Okay. He's hearing it. Oh, good. Good.
Great.
Does he want to go to Venice?
Does he want to go to Venice? Anyone else?
Thank you so much. I
right.
appreciate
Thank
it.
And one of the things that he'll go. He'll go. Good.
Thanks.
Is he Diablo Donuts?
Pizza time now, Tom?
Diablo Donuts.
Pizza time now?
What's his card say? Okay. Once more. All right, I think we're adjourned unless anyone has anything else for the good of the order.
Thank you.
I'm sorry. I goofed up.